Were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second winner.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them or do you decide to throw the ball here?
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here's big. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Powerful running. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Prescott. And incomplete to open things up.
Doing with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 80 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory able to drop him for a loss of a couple. 2nd down, Mariota. Flushed out right. They juked him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Mariota on 3rd and 2. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And now here come the Cowboys. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The give is to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Mariota to throw it. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Prescott now on 2nd down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they can't bring him down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now Elliott, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Throwing is Mario, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To throw Mariota, and that is incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Now Austin. He won't go down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Jonathan Stewart now gearing up to go on offense as he takes the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. through the air first. Maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on. And then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot. A lot of guys to account for.
Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
This looks like a free play for Prescott. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Offside, defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A first update now from Cleveland. The Chargers have scored again, so they open up a 2-touchdown lead. We'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Prescott on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And again, it's Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Prescott yet again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. K.D. Cannon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Bailey now to kick this one away. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Mariota eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And out across midfield down to the 45. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend. So lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now out come the Giants. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustment. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith. able to drop him for a loss of 4.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Mariota. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run with Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Play action now. Mariota. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Marcus Mariota, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Giants add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Rosas now to kick this one away. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A first down carry by Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Prescott from the gun. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Alec Ogletree able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now Prescott gets it to Strong. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Strong, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Whether it's slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing, Mariota. He's going to fire. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. and good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing, Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Craig Robertson in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down, Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A dump off to Elliott. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Looking to throw, Prescott. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Second down, Mariota. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Orlando Scandrick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You got to know as a quarterback it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Following the interception here, Mariota out to his left. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Randy Gregory in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Mariota buying time to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Prescott on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Well, that 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Back to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll get nothing out of the completion there, and it leads to a 4th down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Marcus Mariota and the offense heading back out for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game time now.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Mariota to throw. Steps away to his left. Being chased out left. Here comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Cowboys have recovered.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the fourth now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Elliott. It shoves him off at the 20. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll give to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with time running out. And the Cowboys have broken the tie.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
Marcus Mariota getting ready to go again here on offense. This is something we've seen many times over the course of his career. Can he pull off another fourth quarter comeback?
And it's very strange, isn't it? Because when it's a player of this magnitude, even though the guys on defense have the lead and are sitting in the best spot, they're maybe the most nervous people in the stadium because they've seen this happen to too many people before, too many teams. They've got to find a way to shut him down.
Here we go again for the grizzled vet. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Come from behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference obviously was that fourth